Well, since that part in the trailer wasn't in the movie, I'll just do it right now. So we just saw Black Mass, and
What'd you think?
pretty intriguing film.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I think I've mentioned this in the theater. I think this is one of the number one reasons what's wrong with America.
Yeah?
That law enforcement is willing to make deals with criminals just to get bigger criminals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's because, like,
Yeah, just...
same thing with cops. A lot of cops are it's very easy to get, like, for them to be bribed sometimes because people need money. So there's a lot of, like, and dirty cops won't rat on each other because they're cops, so they feel they have a debt to each other. But
yeah,
like
that's exactly what's wrong.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
this movie is a
it's directed by Scott Cooper, who did Crazy Heart and Out of the Furnace.
yeah.
I never saw Crazy Heart, but I really liked Out of the Furnace. I thought that was a great
I
film.
haven't seen either of them, but this is a good movie.
But yeah, Crazy Heart was like the movie that got Jeff Bridges Best Actor. He won Best Actor.
That's
for
right.
Crazy
Yeah.
Heart. Though a lot of people for some reason didn't like Out of the Furnace. I don't know. I really liked it. I thought it was kind of a really cool film. I thought it had a little interesting stuff.
So this movie is about James Whitey Bulger, who was a crime boss during the 70s and 80s, and a guy who wasn't arrested until 2011.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, because he was committing all these murders, and the FBI let it happen.
Because he was informing on others.
Yeah.
Only really one of them. The others sort of knew about it, but they didn't do anything but for the most part, because most of them didn't actually know. It seemed like a lot of them didn't seem to know everything that he was doing. Like, some of them were kind of in the dark a bit. Not like too much, but just in the dark enough that when everything came out, like, oh, well, he's actually really big, then they're like, maybe we should stop him because he's kind of the next big guy, so we should probably take him down now. Because kind of served his purpose, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in a way, he used them to boost his own criminal career.
And there's really good acting too. There's Johnny Depp does a good job.
Yeah,
Oh, definitely.
This is probably the best acting I've seen all year so far.
I mean,
Cumberbatch is in it. He's good. Who else? Adam Scott has a small role. There's Kevin Bacon. There's so many.
Yeah, there's a huge.
Have you heard of the Clint Eastwood stare? Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. What?
This is
Johnny Depp in this movie.
pretty much.
He looks like a demented Christopher Walken.
Oh yeah, but it's the eyes, man. Those eyes, those are creepy.
Yeah. Actually, he looks like Jared Leto as the Joker.
I was thinking, why doesn't Johnny Depp be the Joker?
Yeah. Actually, he does.
There's only one Joker, and that's Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
But
his character does kind of have
that
kind of dark sense of humor.
He can be the Joker.
Yeah, and and the scenes where he's
And I forgot Joel Edgerton's in this movie too.
Yeah, Joel Edgerton's in the
He did too. He just did The Gift this year. He starred and wrote and directed that movie.
Yeah,
he was John Connolly.
Yes, he was. Yeah. So great performances all around. This is probably Johnny Depp's best performance in years. In fact, this is now his favorite movie that he's worked with. Worked on, yeah. So
this is
Cumberbatch is in it.
This is probably the first time I've seen Johnny. Like most of the stuff I've seen him in, it's very friendly, you know.
Yeah.
Like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm sorry to bring that one up.
Did you see Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Yes.
That one, he wasn't that friendly in that movie, but he wasn't like a monster.
There's always some kind of safety to most of his, even when he's playing not so good characters like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
There's always you can always feel safe around them because he's not. This one's really different.
Oh, and the woman who played his wife is Dakota Johnson. You know, it's kind of
she's not a bad actress at all.
Well,
it's just, she chose
think-
a bad movie, but then again, even like the guy who's originally supposed to play Christopher Grey, and that was his name
Christian Grey.
Christian Grey.
Because, he's a sadist and his name is Christian. What
Yeah.
irony.
Well, because the reason why the original actor who was going to play Christian Grey, Charlie Hannon, the reason he quit, but originally why he wanted to play is because he really liked Dakota Johnson. And she's actually, I think, Melanie Griffith's daughter or something like that, or she's some famous actress's daughter. But yeah, she's a good actress. It's just that she picks, like, she was in Need for Speed.
She was?
Yeah, she did. She was like his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, they did make a movie on that.
Oh, she was?
Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't particularly like
Okay,
Need for Speed all that much, but it had some cool stunts and stuff, but it wasn't. But yeah, but she's chosen some bad stuff. But she's been in good movies. Like she was in 21 Jump Street. She had some small scenes in that. And
Yeah, but how much?
And it is pretty, it is very believable now that I think about it that Anastasia Steele, can't say that name without laughing, that she would allow herself to be the wife of a sadistic crime boss like James Bulger. That's actually very plausible.
But I guess I don't really have many problems with this movie, but if I have to say this isn't even like the movie's fault. It was like there's this one scene where he was like telling that one guy where he asked him like, hey, what's your family recipe? And the guy told him, and then he got all angry about it. In that scene, everyone in the audience laughed. I was like, why are you laughing? It's not very funny. It's kind of creepy.
Well, I don't really.
I only laughed
I'm not
because
sure
I'm like, do you think that's funny?
Yeah, I'm not sure I get what the point of that scene was, though.
Well, it was supposed to be like kind of creepy, like he can. I guess it was
Sort of
Yeah, but there were other scenes in the movie like that. I don't think the movie would have been much different without it.
I still like that scene. I think it's a great scene, though. Actually, it was the scene in the very first trailer. That was like that was the trailer that when I saw that scene in that trailer, I'm like, I really want to see this movie. That's when I first like really wanted to see this film because of that scene and it's a great scene. It's just maybe it was a little unnecessary, but at the same time, maybe you could. If someone better could probably make a reason why it needs to be in there. But
What I really liked was the cast.
Oh yeah.
I felt that a lot of cast did really well. Like we've already said, Johnny Depp was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gave, like I don't know if he studied Heath Ledger's Joker, but he took that and some other psychopaths and just mixed them all together.
Yeah, actually, he did many times try to talk to the real guy, the real Whitey Bulger, but the real guy wouldn't agree to it at all.
That is amazing for what we got. Even if he, like you told me, like for example, Jack Black, like you told me, he really tries to get to know the person he's portraying.
Yeah.
Well, the only movies where Jack Black has actually done that is Bernie and Goosebumps. Because he's trying to prove himself as a better actor, Jack Black, because he's done serious roles and no one's liked him for it. So I think he's like, okay, maybe
he's
I better
trying.
study these people.
He's trying.
Yeah, but he's done great. Like I said, Bernie's great. He's great in Bernie. He did a great job. I don't know about Goosebumps yet. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Goosebumps is not even out, but okay, you get my point, right?
Yeah.
For someone who has had no contact with the person they're trying to portray, and to give this performance, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I liked like the actor who played John Connolly. I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Joel Edgerton. Yeah.
Yeah, Jill. I believe these characters.
The only problem I felt like a lot of these actors I liked though were barely in it. Like Johnny Depp, but like a lot of actors, like I like Kevin Bacon, he's barely in it. That's just my only. It's a little problem. It's not a big problem. It doesn't bug me too much. It's just it just always sucks when you have like one of your favorite an actor you really like, and then he's only in like for a second. Same thing with Dakota Johnson. I love Dakota Johnson, but she's only here for like a second. Even like that was the only reason I thought maybe 50 Shades could have been like, nah, I'm like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
The problem with pointing out problems on a movie that's supposed to be based on true events is that it's based on true events.
Yeah, but you gotta remember too that not all of it could have happened. Like
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like trying to criticize a performance when I don't know how the real person acts.
Oh Oh, that's true.
and I can't really do that.
Well,
I did try to search more about these events on the way out, but we don't have internet here. I really want to read more about it because
Yeah, this is really interesting.
yeah,
because I mean, I'm not the biggest on like. I'm kind of with my mom for the most part on glorifying gangsters, trying to like, hey, look, this gangster's cool, or being a gangster is awesome, because most gangsters kind of get arrested in the end, and but the reason why most of them usually get arrested is because they get greedy, like they get like want way too much, and they just like you should just like have like I have like $1 million something. I think that's enough, and like, but no, it's like I have $1 million something. Time to get more.
Yeah.
John, what were you going to say about what the title of the movie means?
Black Mass. I thought that was an interesting title because it just reminds me of Black Sabbath, not the band. You know what a Black Sabbath is,
yeah,
right? It's supposed to be a gathering of witches or of bad people.
Oh, so the Black Mass.
Yeah,
that kind of mass. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
But I'm very.
What I know,
I kind of got what I wanted from the trailers. It's one of those movies where I kind of got what I wanted from the trailers, and an interesting, like, crime story.
Yeah.
Like
I love crime movies.
I mean, that's why I'm really excited for Legend. I really want to see Legend. I think that looks great. That's the one with Tom Hardy, where he's like the two gangster brothers. That one looks great. That's coming out next month too, I believe.
The pacing, there were many times in this movie where I felt it dragged.
I didn't feel that way at all, actually. I thought so.
But then
I thought it was 2 hours and 7 minutes. But I guess because I saw Scorch Trials yesterday, and that was like 2 hours and 11 minutes, maybe it didn't feel that so bad. But I didn't feel it dragged at all. Like, it wasn't like Straight Outta Compton where I felt the ending was it was starting to drag for me near the end. But I didn't feel this movie, for me at least, drag.
But then but these moments were few and far between in this movie. Like, there was always something that brought me back.
Okay.
But this is a movie, like, for me, for like 12 Years a Slave, where it's like, even though it's really long, for some reason I never got bored. I was interested, because even like I love The Wolf of Wall Street, but there was even a point where I got bored during that movie when I first saw it. Anyways, the second time I saw it, since I knew how it was going to end and knew where it was going, it was a little better. But like but with the first time I saw it, I did feel like near the end I was starting to feel kind of fatigued, especially because it wasn't as fun as it was near the beginning anymore. So, but other than that, I never really felt this movie dragged for me. I thought it was good, and if I see it again, it won't drag, because the more I see movies that are really long, the more they don't drag. Like, especially like The Dark Knight. I remember when I first saw that, I was like, man, this movie is long. Now I've seen it so many times, it's like it's over in a flash. I'm like, that was it.
Yeah, that's what I find with movies. Like, okay, when I was a kid, I used to watch Harry Potter, Phantom Menace, and like I would start, and before I knew it, it's over.
Harry Potter, Phantom Menace?
No. I mean, I'm giving examples like Harry Potter, Phantom Menace.
Okay.
I don't know why, but they're always longer when I first see them. But afterwards, they're over in like a flash.
Yeah, even like, I remember there's like so many movies, everyone will like, oh my god, this movie dragged in some parts, there's this other thing. I would agree with them the first time I saw the movie, but then when I saw it again, I'm like, I don't feel that way anymore.
Phantom Menace especially, and that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing.
I don't know, I just don't hate, like, I resaw that, I saw it when they re-released that in theaters in 3D, I re-saw it, and I don't think it's a great movie at all, I just think, it's alright, I don't get angry when I see it.
Okay, let's try and keep on point. Is there anything else you can say?
Well, I guess the only thing that would bring this movie down for me is that despite its intriguing story and the lingering thoughts about the events that kind of stay with you, and its technical aspects and top-notch acting, despite all that, it's just not a movie I'd be very quick to watch again.
I would like to say something about the makeup. I thought the makeup, especially on Johnny Depp, was really good, because they made him look like he would look like in like a couple, like in when he's older.
Like
this is exactly what I think you
I
would
don't.
look like.
I think sometimes the Johnny Depp makeup look was kind of goofy, but the one person was the one guy who at the beginning who was telling the story first. The guy who was in Breaking Bad I was talking about. I felt his makeup was really good. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Is that him?" But then when they showed him younger, I'm like, "Oh, that is him." They were just giving him makeup. I could barely tell that was makeup.
Maybe some of the makeup on Johnny Depp was slightly over the top. He kind of didn't look. He kind of almost didn't look human.
Yeah, his eyes. Kind of popped.
You compare him to like his brother, who's played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Who barely looked like his original guy when they showed the
Yeah.
pictures. I guess another problem I could have is it's I understand they gotta do this for true story movies, but it is kind of cliched still. But they always gotta at the end of the movie they always gotta go, this happened to this person. They have to.
Oh yeah, sure.
They have to conclude the story.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to know what happened afterwards.
I know. I'm just saying that it's still I'd be better looking that up. Maybe I just feel they always do that, and I'm just saying it's just kind of that, and there is some based true story cliche stuff a bit, and there is some gangster cliche, little, not too bad, but other than that, this movie didn't really bug me that much. Nothing really bothered me about it for me, anyways.
I was just thinking about something else.
I would say that this movie is probably most comparable to Martin Scorsese's The Departed. It reminded me a lot of Departed.
Except no one died at the end.
Yeah.
Except for not everyone died.
A lot of there were moments like The Departed. The sudden, the headshots are so sudden and shocking that that for some reason a few seconds after they happen, I just feel like my hairs are getting raised, and I feel like really small needles are being pushed into me.
Yeah, I feel this is I do feel like if you're really this is definitely I'd recommend this to anyone who's really into gangster films.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is probably really good.
Is anyone?
And so I will look forward to seeing Depp, Edgerton, and possibly even Dakota Johnson getting nominated for Oscars this year.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So with that, I'm going to
at least give Depp a nomination.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be there might be other great lead actor performances. I mean,
again, the year's not over.
Yeah, I mean, we still got. Well, yeah, we got stuff coming.
But he should be up there.
But, I mean, I like Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
but this is it was still nowhere near his performance in the Information Game.
The Imitation Game.
The Imitation Game. That's
for Sherlock.
Yeah.
I actually voted Cumberbatch to win for the Imitation Game. Eddie Redmayne, he was great too. It's just he didn't seem to have a whole lot to work with.
I thought he did a really good job in that.
You want to get to grading this sucker?
Okay, yeah. So I was gonna say with that I give the movie a B+. Borderline A-. It's a very strong B+.
I'm gonna go for A-.
All right.
Hey.
Okay, let's go on to trailers.
I don't think we have any new trailers.
Yeah, we missed a couple, so
we got The Walk again. They really want us to see The Walk.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm glad that they are. I hope, because I want people to see that movie. So that's a trailer. I don't.
What
mind
about
seeing
In the Heart of the Sea?
Oh, right. We have a new trailer for In the Heart of the Sea.
That looks
this
great.
definitely makes me want to watch this.
I have not I've always been kind of mixed towards Ron Howard because of The Dilemma. I did not like The Dilemma at all.
The Grinch.
I actually like The Grinch.
Really?
I think it's kind of a fun movie, anyways. Also, because Jim Carrey's just great. Because the thing about Cat in the Hat is Mike Myers sucks in that movie. But what I'm really, because after seeing Rush, I'll see anything Ron Howard does that's a dramatic, anyways.
Yeah.
But
Apollo 13 and A Beautiful Mind. Those are.
I never saw A Beautiful Mind because I don't like Akiva Goldsman at all. He wrote Batman and Robin.
He won the Oscar for that screenplay for A Beautiful Mind.
But because of that, they kept giving him all these movies, and he kept making all these bad movies because he's not. Especially I didn't like the Da Vinci Code too.
A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, I didn't either. But he has written some other great ones like
Much too
the
young.
like the some of the John Grisham adaptations, like A Time to Kill and The Client, and also he wrote I Am Legend. Most people are kind of split on I Am Legend, but
I didn't like that one.
Are
at
we
all.
gonna see a heart in? Are you gonna see it in the Heart of the Sea?
yeah, sure.
Is it?
I mean, it was.
Is it an adaptation or is it a true story kind of thing?
I'm not certain. It was actually supposed to come out back in March,
Wow.
but I think in January it got pushed back to December.
Yeah,
So-
that doesn't mean just because a movie's pushed back doesn't
That's
always
true.
mean it's bad. It just means
Yeah.
they gotta. It probably just meant that maybe there was something wrong in the post. It could mean anything. You never know.
Jupiter Ascending, despite how bad that movie was, the reason that it got pushed back so far, it was supposed to come out like July of last year, and then went to February of this year. The reason is that they wanted to have a stronger marketing campaign. I don't know if that's the case within the Heart of the Sea, but it's
It's supposed
possible
to
it
be
might
based
be.
on the story that inspired Moby Dick.
Yeah, it said
Yeah.
that. It said that it was based
Yeah.
on the inspired, but
Oh, so is it like a real legend then?
yeah,
Yeah, it supposedly happened, according to
sort
this
of.
movie.
They said,
I don't know the history behind the book.
but it was. But anyways, I guess that's it.
All right, so let's move on to Everest.